Yo, yo, man, it was this transgender Olympic swimmer. Man, he was airing them chicks out, man. Before he was ranked as a man like 514, cut his man parts off, top five. But the Chinese was like, nah, this dude's not competing against our girls. Man, yo, it's crazy. Oh, yo, it was this transgender boxer beating the shit out of women. Yo, do you remember when Trumpito said that he was gonna get a bunch of LeBron Jameses and then cut off all their man parts and then take over the WNBA? And everybody was saying he's crazy, but really, that was probably a $1 billion marketing idea for real, master plan. Anyway, I'm sorry. Attorney General Pam Bondi, she's suing men. I mean, she's suing Maine over transgender athletes participating in girls and women's sports. You're watching the Marcus Russell Show. My name is Marcus Russell. I have two little girls, and I don't. It's a lot of stuff that I don't want my girls doing with boys, and competing against them in athletics is one of them. I don't like that, and neither does Trumpito. That's why as soon as he got into office, he signed an executive order that was banning transgender athletes from competing in girls in sports. But Maine seems to not want to comply. Yo, Maine, Pam already told you she was gonna cut that funding. She gonna cut that funding off. I said, cut it off. Yo, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right to the video.
So about these young women's personal safety. I've met many of these women throughout the past weeks and months, and what they have been through is horrific. We have exhausted every other remedy. We tried to get Maine to comply. We don't like standing up here and filing lawsuits. We want to get states to comply with us. That's what this is about. We have repeatedly notified Maine of its infractions and urged them to remedy the situation to protect women. We've stripped grants from Maine through other departments, and we are going to continue to fight for women. Let me give you some examples. Let me give you a timeline. This timeline, I think, is pretty important. So in February 2024, these are just a few examples. A biological boy started competing in women's ski races and cross-country races in Maine. He came in first in the 5K with a time that would have been 43rd among men. In February 2025, a biological boy won first place in the pole vaulting competition in Maine's indoor track and field meet. He beat every other girl by a significant margin. That qualified him for regional championships. That took a spot away from a young woman in women's sports. Shame on him.
Facts.
February 21st, 2025. President Trump has the governors at the White House. President Trump has the exchange with Janet Mills. He asked her about the issue. Her response, "We'll see you in court."
In court.
Well,
She
we
crazy.
still didn't sue. HHS and the Department of Ed opened investigations in an attempt to get them to comply. They both found violations. And in March, Maine refused to comply.
Still not complying.
I want to read you this letter. This is from the Maine Attorney General to the Department of Education. We will not sign the resolution agreement. We do not have revisions or a counterproposal. We agree we are at an impasse. Nothing in Title IX or its implementing regulations prohibits schools from allowing transgender girls and women to participate on girls' and women's sports teams. Well, they must not be reading the same Title IX that we're reading.
It's the only thing it says.
We believe they are failing to protect women And it's not only an issue in sports, it is a public safety issue. These boys are allowed to go in women's restrooms. They are allowed to go in the women's dressing rooms and get fully naked and change in biological boys and change clothes in front of these young women. Maine's leadership has refused to comply at every turn. So now we have no other choice. We are taking them to court.
And then, yo, they are labeling this as a discrimination based on sex thing. Man, these Democrats are crazy. Man, then Democratic Governor Janet Mills, she really going to take it to trial. Like, can you really believe that, YouTube? Like, these men have cut off all their man stuff. Now they still can't compete in girls' sports. And then Governor Janet Mills is going to risk getting that federal funding cut off. Really, Janet? Is it really worth it? Sometimes I swear I really do not understand women at all. Anyway, I'm gonna re-explain it to you Democrats the exact same way that Fan Bondi explained it at the end of this video. I didn't play it because I'm gonna explain it to you maybe the exact same way, but maybe you'll hear it when I say it. Look, girls play in girls sports, okay? You got that? Boys play in boys sports. You following me? Women play in women's sports. Keep up with me now. And men play in men's sports. It's pretty simple. It should be pretty simple. Am I tripping? That's really how it should be. If I'm wrong, tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, peace.